inform you that we have a special envoy in the name of Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi. He is the President's special envoy on international relations and economic development. And I want to believe that some of you have already interacted with him. He is here to support us in execution of our mandate, colleagues. We have a senior management team, deputy permanent secretaries here. We have excellencies, ambassadors online. We have directors, deputy directors, and also we have deputy heads of missions and their teams. Everywhere. So most welcome to this engagement. I think this is the initial engagement. We will have occasion, to have an extensive engagement so that he can assist us in the execution of our mandates in our respective stations.
And greetings and blessings. Also from here, I'll say best morning. To some of you is the morning and to some best evening. So wonderful to be in touch. I will briefly first say my name is Farzam Kamalabadi, as our Honorable PS pronounced it very correctly. For the first phase, how I come to be with Botswana, in Botswana, with His Excellency Mr. President, with the whole system of the government. A quick brief. My group is Future Trends. We have been very active with US, China, Arab world, globally. We have a network in 150 or plus countries. A very unusually vast and effective network. We have done at least 300 successful transactions. Some of them are world-class, iconic, totaling 35 billion US dollars, including the first ever sovereign wealth fund of the Arab world investing into China, into the banking. Also the US Exim Bank loan to China, and also China outbound investment. Then without China, between each other, many countries. And we also have done a whole series of initiatives throughout Africa. I was the key instrumental factor behind the surprise rise of China. So we are talking about a vision and a mission that is continent-wide, that is created a movement called the collective, peaceful rise of Africa. Collective because it is all the nations and all the elements within each nation, and it is peaceful because it's not indignant, angered, or against anyone. It is inclusive. Also, it is fast. That's why we call it the surprise rise of Africa. This is the background into which we appear into Botswana. So the surprise rise, everybody says Africa rise, but it doesn't happen. Surprise means that it will happen immediately, quickly, fast, noticeably, and surprise Africa and Africans, and will surprise even the global community. Unexpected. What way it happened in China, even more forcefully for Africa. So that means there is a mega trend in which all of you, all of us will be involved and are already involved, but it will accelerate fast. There is a benchmark. The whole of Africa, 1.5 billion people, 55 countries, total GDP is only $3 trillion. The size of one city of China, Shanghai. And that is unfortunate, we will change it. The benchmark, there is a benchmark that the whole of Africa GDP must fly high to $60 trillion in 1 decade or so. So no more Vision 2063, but Vision 2036 is real. So the benchmark is to create at least 20 African nations that are first world class, not second, not third. It is the concept that, and the goal and the objective that most African nations in a short time they should become the same level of economy of Europe, US, China, and the Arab world. It looks very far away from the reality. That's why they created Vision 2063, but for me it is too far, too little, and a promise not to deliver. So we want to change that scenario. That means the entirety of Africa, must come up par with the world community, same level of economic and finance and development in a very short time. That's why we call the surprise rise of Africa. Now, within it, there is many methodologies, modeling and policies and systems. It so happens that Botswana will be the what we call headquarters or epicenter or the vortex point where all of this transformation will happen. First inside Botswana and through Botswana spilled over to other elements of Africa. It is important to know that personally through that movement, through the presidential inauguration of Tinubu and Shetima, whom I met, and through the daughter of the senator there, Miss Bola, I met and became friend with the person I call the spirit brother, Sir Duma Gideon Boko, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So we have consulted many times, and he has always expressed he wants to create a model miracle nation. A model miracle nation that will be a front runner and the epicenter, therefore, and benchmark examples so that other African nations also fast track their transformation. So under that, we have consulted constantly. I have minimum 1,800 WhatsApps. I have met him over 10 times, maybe more. And then the concept became formalized when he appointed me officially as presidential envoy on international relations and economic development. Means everything international and global and everything domestic to do with economy and finance.